Last time we did this 8 years ago, we just wanted to do a few. I think we did like 20. Thank you very much, promoted the record, gone. Now we're much more focused on doing it, and we're a little bit better at it.
This is our first time doing something with a rock band, and it's been a really incredible experience for us. The musicians loved it. In fact, we have one musician who we hired for this concert. We called and said, "Are you available to play with Kansas?" And he said, "You know what? When I was 17 years old, my very first symphony gig was playing with Kansas."
Oh,
and so he's really excited to come back and to play again for this concert. Yeah.
Larry Baird was out doing the Moody Blues stuff. Our agent that booked Kansas also booked the Moody Blues. So when he said, you know, the Moody's, I said, well, we're thinking about doing the symphony stuff too. He said, well, you need to use Larry. Larry is the guy.
The most extensive touring group that I've worked with orchestra has been the Moody Blues. I wrote the Moody Blues show for the 92 concerts that were recorded at Red Rocks, and that took off, and we've done over 500 shows around the world now. So, and I also worked with Al Jarreau and Michael Bolton, Three Dog Night, Alan Parsons, and a few others, Dennis DeYoung.
The Moody Blues figured out a way with Larry Baird to use a different orchestra in every city. And I think that kind of opened up the door for a lot of us that, hey, we don't have to take the orchestra. You take the conductor, you have the same conductor, and that helps.
So the first thing I do is when I find out what they want me to write, I get the band tracks, the arrangement that they're playing, and then I transcribe all of that so that I know what they're doing. And when I finish that, then I start working on adding the orchestra and making it go from a 5-piece band to a 55, 60-piece band.
And in this case, to work with Kansas, we're doing 2 rehearsals and then the performance. And we're really fortunate to be working with Larry Baird. He did a really great job putting these arrangements together, and then it's such a plus that he's also conducting because he's very familiar with everything. This particular concert is that Larry has been putting together brand new arrangements. And always, 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 when you read through something for the first time, you find copying errors. You find some people have a bar that's in 3/4, others it's in 3/8. And so you just have to kind of straighten out all those little details and make sure that our parts start and end at the same time as the band's parts and all those little details. And so you saw last night Larry working all those things out between the band and the orchestra. But it's a really great musical collaboration. The orchestra is thrilled to be doing this.
Well, it's a lot of fun to write for the orchestra because it's more intricate in different ways from other artists. So the nice thing about what I do is everyone I work with, they're all different. So they all have something different that makes them unique and interesting. And Kansas is right there. It's one of my favorite shows because it is so intricate and involved. And keeps me busy all the time.
173 is 4/4. 174 is 3/8. 175 is 3/4, and 176 is 3/4. Then we go to 5/8 at 178. Bar before 179 is 5/8.
People aren't aware of how much work it takes just to put on a regular symphony show without a rock band involved. We have anywhere from 40 to 60 musicians, and we have string players, and their parts all have to be marked a certain way with regards to bowings, and everything has to be uniform. And then they have to get their music early and rehearse it on their own, and then what a lot of people are surprised at is how little rehearsal they actually get together. So these are all professional musicians, and then they come together for maybe 4 rehearsals. And in this case, to work with Kansas, we're doing 2 rehearsals and then the performance.
We have 4 or 5 sets of scores, and that's really expensive. We have 2 sets that kind of leapfrog each other, but
generally I will try to ship it out a week or 2 ahead of time. In the case of today, we actually brought the music in with us. We had a show last night in Lincoln, and that's why I have these big bags under my eyes here. And so we actually brought the music we used last night here, so the Topeka Symphony didn't see it until we started rehearsal. So they've been sight reading all the rehearsal, so it's coming together just nicely.
Yeah, this set of shows that we're doing is much better technically than last time because we're using all in-ear monitors, which allows us to put all the amplifiers that were on stage now off stage. So, and also because of the technology of our mixing console, 8 years ago we had to have 2 mixing consoles, one for the band and one for the orchestra. Now because of digital technology, we're able to combine those 2 consoles into one console, and Chad can run the sound for the orchestra and the band instead of having 2 people run the sound. So the on-stage sound is non-existent.
So it's going to be great. I mean, this is goosebumps to listen to, and have with new technology and Chad mixing this stuff. It's like, damn.
The hardest thing is as a drummer, Larry is following me. Oh, that's good. So there's like 65 people following me. So if I screw up, it starts to get it's got some pressure. I can come through, I can do this. We'll see. Nobody's home off of Point of No Return. We wouldn't play at a regular gig because it's kind of quiet, it's real dynamic, and has real quiet parts. And you're not going to play that at a fair or a festival. It does allow us to play things that we wouldn't ordinarily play.
Symphony gigs, it's a lot of work, but it's going to come off great.